Good morning. I'm going to give a little bit of a quick tidbit of something I was explaining to someone this morning. That may help you. So, one of the things that the Lord has taught me is a very simple childlike faith and trust. Okay? So, this applies to you whether you have scrupulosity or not. But especially if you have scrupulosity. Your brain is constantly throwing thoughts at you, wanting to force you to figure things out. I'll tell you a secret. That's you leaning on your own understanding. So it's so funny because in the past, before my breakdown, I would ask God a question. And then I would ruminate and I would break it apart in my brain. And I didn't realize that, I asked God a question, yet I really think that the way He's going to reveal it to me is by my own rumination and breaking things apart. There's a better way. It takes less brain capacity and more dependence. I'm going to tell you what it is. So here's the thing with OCD. It makes you want to try to figure everything out. It causes you to ruminate, causes you to what if, causes you to just double down in yourself. But the answer, this is why I tell people to lean into their OCD, not go spiritual first, but go OCD first. Lean into their OCD and what it takes to overcome OCD. So we know how to basically starve out OCD is to not respond to the thoughts, whatever thoughts they may be. They may be what if thoughts. They may be blasphemous thoughts. They may be motivation thoughts. You're just accusatory type thoughts. You're just doing that because blah, 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 blah. Or whatever. All the thoughts are fed by fear. Okay? So with every thought that comes, whatever the thought is, whether it's a what if thought, you're doing this thought, like checking for motivations, that kind of thing. As you learn to not respond, you are learning dependence upon the Lord. Because you are finally, whether you realize it or not, accepting that you can't fix yourself. Whether the accusation is true or not, you don't have to figure out whether accusation is true or not. It may be true, it may not be true. So when something comes in, the key is not to try, whether it's God, because we think God's revealing things to us in our OCD, and sometimes you don't know. You don't know if that's true or not, but you don't need to figure that out. All you need to do is continually offer it up to Him. You're only doing that because you're only being nice to people because you want people to like you. You blah, 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 blah. And you know what you say to that? Maybe, maybe not. The Lord knows. And you cast it on Him. Instead of trying to fix yourself and go, oh, maybe I am. And then spiraling and trying to fix yourself. Instead, you're going to refuse to try to fix it. And you're going to give it to Him. And if it's true, if it's not, He's the one that takes care of it. What does the Word say? I'll say this, and I'll repeat this as many times as I have to. And with OCD, repetition is necessary. So, sorry, I'm trying to get a little bit better lighting. But, what does the gold do in the hands of the refiner but yield? What does the vine do in the hands of the vine dresser except yield? What, oh Lord, there's another example. The potter. What does the clay do in the hands of the potter but yield? What part do you play in that but yield? So maybe God is bringing things out of you. That's possible. But your job isn't to fix it. Your job is to yield and continue to allow Him to handle it. And in this, you'll learn one, dependence. You'll learn to stop fixing yourself. Stop striving and give it to God. Give it all to God. Yield it completely to God, because you will figure out that you can't fix it. That's not just OCD, that's everybody. That is the gospel. You can't fix yourself. You need a Savior. And I'm not saying you're not saved, but I'm saying this is the gospel. And it's beautiful. So, the thing I've learned is this little tidbit. I have learned that I can ask God anything, and I don't have to waste time ruminating on it. Like I said in the past, before my breakdown, I would ask God a question, but then continue to contemplate it all day long. It's not how it works. It's really not. I can simply give it to Him, and He will answer in His time and way if it's something I need to know. I know that sounds simple, but it is that simple. And us people with OCD are not the only ones that overcomplicate this. I think every Christian overcomplicates it until the Lord teaches them better. Because I look back on my life and see the times that I've just asked God a question. A lot of times in passing. And I forgot and I moved on, and He came back and answered the question. I can't tell you how many times He did that. He was trying to teach me a lesson. So now that is my practice. That is what I do. When I catch myself ruminating on something and contemplating it, I stop immediately and go, nope. I say, Lord, if this is something that I have learned, that if there is a lesson He wants me to learn, when it's time for me to know it, He will reveal it to me. I don't have to figure out what He's trying to teach me. I just have to rest in the hands of the potter, let Him work, let Him cook, and just when it's time. And this also teaches you patience. This teaches you dependence. It teaches you who is the person that does the work in you, and it teaches you patience. The Lord is good. So trust not, Lord of mercy. Trust the Lord with all your heart, lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make your path straight. It's good stuff. He is a good Father. I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and stay warm. It's cold here.